On today's show, students in Singapore show off a solar-powered car that was built with the help of 3D printing.
Two gamers take their skills in video games to real life and are actually incredible and win, and I'll tell you more.
Okay. And there's a robot so dexterous it can make balloon animals, which means all those clowns are going to be really sad once robots take their jobs too. It's Tomorrow Daily. Greetings, citizens of the internet. Welcome to Tomorrow Daily, the best geek talk show in the known universe. I'm your host, Ashley Esqueda. Joining me as always, the fifth member of the Temptations, Kale Anonymous.
Do-wop.
I like that you were like,
I don't know.
You had the whole like hand thing going,
Yeah.
like it was really
I only remember
classy.
the taste stations, which are a really
The
old
taste stations.
candy that are from like the 90s, which probably 0.0001% of the people watching even know about.
Which is
Taste
actually just
stations.
your mom.
Hashtag
It's
bring
just your
back
mom
taste
watching.
stations. Sorry for ruining the intro to this show.
You didn't
Do
ruin
we have a
anything.
lot of
That
good
was
stories
delightful.
today?
We do have a lot of good stories
Thank
today.
God.
So let's not waste any more time. Let's hit the headlines.
This first story is about the taste stations.
Yeah, it's about futuristic taste
It's a
stations.
Monday. All right, get started.
We're
Let's do
bringing
it.
them back.
Let's do actual info.
All right. So this story comes from some engineering students in Singapore at Nanyang Technological University. And they made this car for a competition, but there's something really special about it, which is that the shell of the car, there's two of them, and I'll explain what they are. So they're made with 3D printing. The shell of the
Whoa.
car is 3D printed, along with over 150 parts inside this car. So, okay. The first one that you're seeing, the bigger one, is an urban solar electric car. It's the first one that's been made in Singapore, and they're calling it the NV8 for short. Again, like I said, 3D printed body, over 150 3D printed parts. There's a carbon fiber chassis. There are handmade silicon solar cells that have been molded to the car's shape and curves. So it's like really aerodynamic, and also it fits the actual shape of the car. So it's not like just like a big panel like sitting on the top of the car looking ridiculous. It was designed by scratch. It took over a year to build. And it will race in Shell's Eco Marathon Asia this year as an urban concept entry. And the goal of this race is to build these cars that have peak fuel efficiency, like no matter what type of fuel you're using. So they have, you can compete you can have vehicles in one of 7 different types of entries. So you can have, or energies. You can use hydrogen, electric, gas, diesel, ethanol, natural gas, and Shell gas to liquids, which I'm not super familiar with, but apparently that's a way to power a car. And then, so like I said, it's about maximizing fuel efficiency and using futuristic designs to sort of achieve those ends. But they also built, in the picture, you can see a smaller car, and this is the NV9, which is a separate category in the prototype category. So there's two different, there's like an urban concept, and then there's like this prototype category. This is a 3-wheeled car that looks like a little cockpit that you can race in, and that was also built by the same team, and they're hoping that also does very well. So really cool stuff that they're doing over at this university. I just think it's awesome that people are building these prototype vehicles with 3D printers. Like I love the idea that 3D printing is being used to build pretty much everything at this point, except for
Is it
people,
heavier? Because it seems like most of the 3D
lighter.
printed stuff is. Oh, really?
So it's so light because it's plastic. And so the thing is like it's supported by that carbon fiber chassis. So it's built like a car, but the shell of the car, the body of the car is 3D printed. So
Wow.
it's really impressive that they've been able to start. And I would imagine.
Oh yeah, there's the inside right there.
And I would imagine that the lightweight feature of that 3D printed plastic enables it to go farther without using as much fuel or energy, so hence making solar a little bit more of a viable option. So I thought this was really awesome.
That's
and just
very
cool.
Lots of crazy tech going on in
yeah,
there.
it was great. So
hopefully they win.
Yeah, I'm really curious
luck.
to see how everything goes. So we'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
what place they come in. So speaking of races,
Go get them. Okay, speaking of races, this is the story of 2 gamers that were so good at Gran Turismo that they were chosen to be in an actual race, actual
real life
competition,
race.
and won. But okay, so the journey is actually the
bearing the
exciting
lead
part.
here.
Okay, so here we go. So two gamers, Wolfgang Riep and Florian Strauss, were in the top of the leaderboards in 2011 and 2012, respectively, in the game Gran Turismo.
Okay.
Now, they have this, Sony and Nissan have this thing called the Gran Turismo Academy,
Oh, I'm
where
gonna
they
enroll.
take the top people that play Gran Turismo and they take them to a camp, they teach them how to race, and then if they're really good, they put them in actual competitions.
That is crazy.
So this is an actual thing that happens.
That is insane. I love that so much.
These two gamers were, again, from 2011, 2012 respectively, entered the Bathurst 12-hour race and won with their teammate Katsumasa Chiyo. So they won. They actually came out
First
on top,
place.
beat actual people that are
Well, I think
race drivers.
I think they're actual people who are also race drivers, but the fact that they came out of Gran Turismo is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yes. So if you want to enter, if you want to try to enter this, you basically, obviously you have to be a top racer on the
They have like a special
leaderboards. And if you
leaderboard,
do
right?
come out on top, you get a $1 million contract from Nissan to race across the world as part of the Team Nissan. If you're interested in what kind of car they drove, the RJN Motorsport Nissan GTR35. Currently, right now, one of their main drivers Nissan's main drivers came from the Gran Turismo leaderboards. His name is John Mardenborough. He's 22 years old. So and
22.
he's entering the 24-hour of Le Mans this June, and they're like, this guy's gonna win. What's exciting about this to me is the fact that it's so it's legitimate. They're legitimately good because remember
Gran
they all
Turismo
have
is extremely realistic.
and they all have steering wheels,
with
and
the
so they're
gear
actually
shifter,
like
yeah.
simulating the drive. I want to
Makes
read.
sense.
Can I read a couple of quotes from you?
Oh,
This
please.
is after
This
they
is
won.
so fascinating to me, please.
After they won, this is a quote from Wolfgang. Other racers laughed at us GT Academy drivers, but even they use simulators like us to train. So
That's true.
And then now this is from Jan, the 22-year-old who's kicking
right,
butt
okay.
and is about to race this June. Good luck. If you had no experience at all driving anything in real life, and you had a pedal set up in a rig and had Gran Turismo 6, you could jump from that into a real car and drive in very near the limit or on the limit. So it is
so
crazy
realistic.
that these gamers you're like, I'm so good. Yeah, you might be good
might
if
actually
you're
be
in
that
Gran
good.
Turismo. So yeah, there you go. It's a real simulator, I guess.
That's amazing. That brings us to our hashtag of the day, which I thought would be fun. TD Drive, which is what video game could you go pro at in real life? And no Pong, for crying out loud. Jeez, we're done with Pong, guys.
Yeah,
Let's just no more
what's
Pong as an
in
answer.
real life? I don't know.
Ping pong? Just ping pong?
Yeah. All right.
So what would you be good at? What's the thing that you could go pro at in real life?
I guess I'd have to pick Goat Simulator.
Goat Simulator?
Yeah, just being a goat, crumbling, throwing stuff with my tongue.
Being a microwave in Goat Simulator?
Yeah, I'm pretty good
Gold
at it. I think.
medalist? Gold
Yeah.
medalist?
What about you?
I'd be really good at that cat swiping game where you just go and knock things off shelves. Like that. Give me the gold medal in that. I just rage out and just knock things off shelves and just keep going. That's what I would do.
Not a single one of us answered seriously, but
No.
hopefully they will. So it's TD
I
Race.
hope you don't. I mean, do
it's
both.
It's TD Race.
TD Drive.
TD Drive.
TD
Okay,
Drive.
TD Drive. Tell us.
Tell us, please, because I think some of
Such
you are going to come up
dumb
with some
dumps.
really good serious answers, like duck hunt or whatever, or like deer hunter. I go and
Whoa,
hunt
deer hunter's a little
It's
dark.
legit.
Don't.
But or bowling, Wii bowling or something. But some of you are going to come up with crazy answers, and I encourage
Someone's
that.
gonna take it too far. I can't.
I
wait to
encourage
read
that. I encourage you to cross the line.
Someone's gonna be like Mortal Kombat.
Grand Theft Auto.
I rip out people's spines in simulator. I'm like, "Ooh."
Yikes.
All right.
All right. So this last story is about a robot that is extremely dexterous. I thought this was so funny when I saw the video on Friday. I was like, we have to have this in the show. We have to talk about it. This comes from the robotics company Resquared. And here's the robot. It's called the Highlydexterous Manipulation System, HDMS. So that's what this is short version.
Get out of here.
So here it is using a zip tie. It has 2 arms and a robotic torso that can rotate. It's designed for mobile systems, so you would put it on something that would be able to, go somewhere. And it uses Resquared's imitative controller tech, which I'll explain in a second. But the cool thing about this particular robot is that it can handle some really delicate work, like making balloon animals, for example. And
Do we have
this
video
is
of that?
yeah, we do. It's here it is. It's making a fish which is pretty basic. Like, I get that. I totally understand.
Step up your game, robot.
But here's the thing. It's not popping the balloon,
yeah.
which is really impressive. And it inflates the balloon as well, like at the beginning.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so there it is. It's got it, and it can do other things too, like check out suspicious packages and handle flammable material, and it's using a box cutter. Like, first of all, I don't want robots using box cutters. That makes me very nervous.
This is crazy.
So so you're probably wondering how it's controlled, and this is the thing that I thought was really cool. It's
not doing it by itself.
Well, no, it's a person inside their like proprietary control system called imitative control. And so here he is with the thing, and he's actually using the robot arms to do all the different things. And I just thought this was so awesome that Re-Squared is doing this. Obviously, you can see in the video it's sped up 2 times, so he's moving very slowly in real life. But I just thought this was awesome. That's like, okay, so maybe instead of like autonomous robots, like let's focus on something that a human can control and do things that are extremely delicate. So they were showing like bomb defusal. They're like, oh, this could defuse a bomb, or it could check out a suspicious package. They did a thing where it had like a duffel bag. It unzipped the duffel bag and pulled out clothes and was like, okay, it's all clear. Like, it's all good. So I just thought that was really awesome.
How does the pressure work, though? Like, because you said it wasn't popping the balloon. Is he responsible for not pushing it too hard?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's like he's in control of how tightly the robot grips anything. So, and you kind of have to guess a little bit. And I believe that he said something along the lines of, like, I think they popped like 9 different balloons before they were able to get it done.
So I was going to say, he's responsible for being bad at making balloon animals, not the robot.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, so not quite replacing all of the clowns at kids' birthday parties. I don't know if people even still do that. But definitely pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I really just like this idea of, again, like, I think the big forefront of robotics is going to end up being sending robots into situations where you don't want to send a person. So it's, like this would be a really good example.
Rescue is what they always say.
Bomb defusal, rescue, like all that stuff. So I really thought that was so cool. And I actually have never, I had never seen a system quite like that, imitative control. So I thought that was really neat. You guys.
It was incredibly responsive. Like,
yeah.
it was unreal. And now, like, it's much cooler.
I love this. He can cut a little paper snowflake. Look at, this robot's using a pair of scissors. Like, very dexterous, incredibly dexterous, which I just thought was so impressive.
He also looks a little nervous. His hands shake a little bit.
I
know it's imperfect.
He's on camera. He's
I know
really
he's
nervous.
just super scared. Like, oh, what if my mom robot's watching?
Yeah, he's like, what if my girlfriend doesn't like this paper snowflake, and my robot girlfriend doesn't like this paper snowflake I'm cutting out?
Valentine's Day is
terrible.
coming up. Oh, okay. There's another thing, is that it says it's sped up 2 x 2.
Right. Yeah. So a lot of them you'll see like 2x or 3x. Like, I think one of them even might have been 4x. But it's like it takes time for the robot to actually do all these things, but it can even cut a little
very
paper
cool.
snowflake for you.
I like this guy.
Yeah. So that's it for our stories. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with a round of Back It or Hack It. We also have your user feedback from last week, which are kind of amazing, and then also our phone talker for the day. So don't click away. It's Tomorrow Daily. Also check out Kale. Welcome back to the show. We have returned. I'm assuming you're controlling the robot that is running the TriCaster in the other room, because producer Logan worked so hard on the Grammys. We gave him the day off.
Go to Ashley's camera now.
Very good.
Okay.
Come back. Can you do it? Come back. Okay.
Okay, there we go. We're good.
All right. Excellent. All right, guys. Every week we like to take a look at a crowdfunding project and tell you if we would like it or not. So this is Back It or Hack It. I found this very fascinating, and I am very curious to see if you'd be interested in this, because this seems like one of those things where you'd be like, gimmick, I don't want it, or you'd be like, whoa, this is amazing, I gotta have it. So this is called Neo, and these are headphones. And I know that headphones are sort of thing that is a little bit of a saturated market. I get that. But these in particular I thought were very interesting, because So when you listen to sound in general, you tend to either hear it in mono or stereo or even surround sound. But when you move your head, the sound stays relative to your head position. It stays in the same spot. So let's say you hear something behind you. Let's say you turned all the way around. The sound would still sound like it was coming from behind you. Am I right?
Yes.
Like always behind you. Okay.
Right.
These headphones, if you turn your head, let's say you hear a sound behind you, if you turn your head around, it changes the audio to sound like it's in front of you.
Okay.
So it's like spatially aware of your head.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Which
yes.
hasn't really been done a whole lot before. It would be like if you imagined a whole bunch of speakers like around you for 5.1 sound. So if you regularly moved your head, you would still, it kind of does this, right? So the sound always is in the same position based on where your head is, all right? Mm-hmm. So, but this...
I get the concept.
This pair of headphones moves with you. So it's like,
I get
if you turn around, then the sound you just looked at is now in the front of your headphones as opposed to the back, which is pretty interesting. So they call it psychoacoustic sound.
It's basically like virtual three-dimensional sound where it stays in place.
They do call it 3D sound.
You're in the sound space.
3D
Gotcha.
sound.
All
Okay,
right.
so they're looking to change the way that we kind of listen to stuff, but there are some caveats here. So, really interesting pair of headphones. I'm interested. However, only works via an app right now because the app has to parse algorithms to change sound in your movies and stuff to that 3D
it's a Kickstarter.
sound.
Let's give them a break. All right.
Okay, so only iOS. No Android availability right now. Also, no computer availability. So not no PC or gaming or virtual reality availability. They say it is in development, and depending on how much money they make in the Kickstarter, will kind of.
Oh, they need the gaming angle real bad.
Oh
but
yeah,
okay.
no,
all right,
100%. I agree.
And the computer angle. Let's be honest.
Computer
All right. All right.
So you can use the headphones without the app, and you just get regular sound. So it's like you can use the headphones that act like regular pair of headphones.
Okay, so it's a regular
and
pair of
if you
headphones,
don't have the app available, so let's say you have an Android phone, up to 30 sound sources can be virtualized. So if you have like 30 different sound sources, it can like use the algorithm to change all of them at the same time as you move your head.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking.
Okay, so here's the price. Are you ready for the price?
No, because it sounds stupid expensive.
It
sounds like $350.
It's no more expensive than an expensive pair of a headset. A gaming headset.
So what is that?
So right now,
$350.
there's a few left that I saw at the $209 early bird level, but the regular original like Kickstarter price is $249, which is about a pair like Astro headset, like an Astro gaming headset. So it's not terribly unreasonable, but it's definitely out of the price range of a lot of folks. So and they do say that they will deliver by June of this year, which I think is too
That's
soon.
an incredibly fast Kickstarter.
It's very ambitious, and I am a little skeptical of that, but they say they can do it. So I don't know. Are you in? You gonna buy some?
They didn't really talk about movies. That's the place where I'd want it because like if there's Jurassic Park and I want to like and I hear the Velociraptor in the back and like be able to turn around and hear the Velociraptor.
They're saying that you will be able to open a movie through your iPhone. Like so they have like different places that you can access like Dropbox, Box, iTunes, like anything you can access via your iPhone or iPad on iOS, you're going to be able to use the app through. Okay. So anything like movies, TV shows, whatever on your phone that you can access, you should be able to use the headphones.
Okay.
So would you do it?
Yeah, all right. I'm in.
You say you're in?
I'm
you kind of dig it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be best for concerts, like any like concert music.
I like that.
Things,
Palladia
which I don't know why you would turn away from the music. But
well, you turn to your friends, your virtual friends, you get your headset, and you're like, I love this concert.
It is very gimmicky.
It's a little gimmicky.
You're gonna end up facing forward, and also you're gonna be like, and then if somebody calls you, you're gonna look, and it's gonna like ruin your experience. But again, gaming is where this needs to happen.
This
is
like
the
they
only like the
focused
main place this needs
on
to be.
gaming
The game,
first.
yeah, because you wear headphones when you're playing like Call of Duty to like listen for footsteps,
of course.
or hear where people are moving, because when they reload,
Gunshots,
you can hear it. So then you could like turn and you can hear exactly where it's coming from.
All spatial awareness. That's what that's all about.
So tell you what. Hack it until they do gaming.
Okay, I'm gonna agree with you. I think no. I vote no until you can get it for Oculus Rift and console and PC games.
Yeah.
That's what I.
Because it's really cool that it can do like the music and movies and stuff
great.
like that. But ultimately, I'll be cool with that for like
Yeah, I don't
maybe
want
5 minutes, and then I'll be like, all right, shut that off. Let's just listen to the music.
So I vote for that as well. So that's our back at our hack it. So both of us say hack it until gaming, but Neo's over on Kickstarter if you want to check it out. All right, now it is time to go over all the delightful things you guys have said to us over the weekend. So it is time for user feedback. Last week, we asked you guys to use the hashtag TDWax to tell us what scene you'd want to like walk through, if like it's recreated in wax, because we did the Madame Tussauds Star Wars experience that they're doing in London. You guys came up with some good stuff. Guillaume, I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I'm just gonna say Guillaume. He says Hogwarts Castle.
Are they all going to be Harry Potter again?
No.
Okay.
Tom wrote to us and said,
that's a good one.
Easy, The Simpsons. How cool would it be to sit on the couch with Homer?
Wax.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow, yeah, that's great.
I thought that was a really good one.
Yeah.
Nate wrote in and said Coraline with the Witch, Alice in Wonderland, and Spirited Away. Can I just say,
Alice in Wonderland was a good choice.
The
So
Coraline
Spirited
with the
Away.
Witch scene, like, I thought about that because I love Coraline. Like, I'm a huge fan of the movie and the book. And I thought that is the biggest bucket of nightmare fuel I think I've ever heard of. Are you like walking to Madame Tussauds and it's like that terrifying nightmare scene was like the other mother and she's a spider. It's like, that's horrifying to me. And I just thought that was really funny that you would say that, like, oh, that seems like a thing I'd want to go do. Like, you're a weird guy, Nate, and I like it. Caleb said, I'd want to experience the Say My Name Breaking Bad scene. I missed that show so much. Two-parter on this one,
I see him like
Caleb.
taking a selfie with Walt. Like,
I know, just like, what up, Heisenberg? Two things with this. Please don't send me any more Walking Dead or Breaking Bad spoilers because I'm right in the middle of watching it. I'm almost done. Almost done.
I mean, that wasn't a spoiler, but
It wasn't.
Yeah,
but I'm right in the middle of season 4,
yourself.
and I just want to protect myself. Please don't send over
You
any
need to just stop
Breaking
doing
Bad spoilers.
everything. Because
Yeah.
even during the Super Bowl, they had the
Well, they
scene.
have that, but that's fine because I've seen him like making, cooking and stuff. Fine, whatever. But like, and I know that his nickname is Heisenberg. Like that's it. So I get it, but like, please don't send anything more specific. Like send generic. If you're gonna send anything about Breaking Bad, just send it generic. Listen, the husband and I, we're barreling through. We're trying really hard to get through it as fast as we can, so to avoid spoilers. I have been lucky enough to avoid all Breaking Bad spoilers on the internet. I have not seen one Breaking Bad spoiler, which I feel like I'm the only person in the universe who's not been spoiled. So I literally avoided the internet for like 2 days after the series finale as to I don't want to know what happens. So there you go. And then Rob wrote to us and gave us a whole list of stuff, which I love. He gave us a bunch of great ones.
Oh God, here we go.
I'd like to see 1428 Elm Street, which is Nancy's house from A Nightmare on Elm Street. I like that he knew the address. Hathaway House, Western Hills Psychiatric Hospital from A Nightmare on Elm Street. 707 Meridian Avenue, Mike Myers' house. Smith's Grove Mental Institution, Camp Crystal Lake, Xavier Institute for Gifted Youngsters, the Batcave, Arkham Asylum, Mansion or Police Station, and Resident Evil. I like, or Mansion or Police Station from Resident Evil, I should say.
It's all scary stuff.
It's all
can't do
really
all that.
scary stuff, but I dig it. I'm into it. And Rob, I think you can actually see all those not built in wax, but at like Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights.
That's true. Spoiler
You could go
alert,
do
yeah.
some of that stuff, which I enjoy greatly. I love all that stuff. I like scary movies. I like horror movies, and I love it. It's great. So
Is that it?
Yeah, that's our user
Okay, cool.
feedback. So it's time for our last piece of user feedback, though, which is our phone talker for the day. Tom wrote into us.
Thank
You
God.
know,
Yeah.
it's about time, Tom, really. He said, hi, Ashley and Kale. I was looking out my office window on a Friday afternoon and snapped these hearts made by tire tracks in the snow with my handy S4. Tomorrow Daily is appointment TV for me and my family of 5 on CNET's Roku channel. We enjoy being informed with your tech fun. P.S. I'd be a hero to my techie daughters if I can make it as a photographer. Take it easy, Tom near Toronto.
Hi, Tom's family.
Tom near Toronto is now hereby nicknamed TNT. Tom near Toronto. That's your
pretty
nickname.
good, it's pretty
TNT
good.
Tom. TNT.
It's explosive. Yeah. Nice.
It's explosive. I love this picture. Little hearts in the snow.
Yeah, Tom, you actually just like we're not even trying to impress your family. These are really good.
Yeah, these are actually pretty good. I dig
nicely
it.
done.
I'm really impressed.
Hi, family.
Hello, Tom, TNT's family.
Oh, we're part of the family then.
Yeah, we're part of
technically.
TNT's family now.
We just invited
officially.
ourselves to be a part of your family.
We're coming over for Thanksgiving. When's Canadian Thanksgiving, Tom? I don't know when that is. I know it's a different time.
I have no idea.
It's a different time than U.S. Thanksgiving.
I want to go to Canada.
I do too. Let's go to Canada. Maybe we'll do a Canadian show.
Tom, the next knock you hear at your door will be us.
Or it will be Walter White, because he is the one who knocks. I just saw that episode.
Yeah, but why would you spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it?
I didn't spoil anything. It was a phrase uttered in the show. Deal with it. All right, TNT, that was delightful. I don't know, but still, I say not the greatest thing I've ever seen. I'll know it when I see it. Still, always.
All right,
but pretty
That's
good.
kind of mean to Tom and his
I'd say
family.
in the 90th plus percentile. Like that's up there.
Okay.
It's really good. It's really good. All right, guys, if you want to submit your pictures to be considered for our photographer of the day, you can email us tomorrow@cnet.com. Tell us what phone you took it with, and give us a little story, because we like that. We like little stories. And if you want to send your user feedback that way, you can too. Or if you absolutely hate email, you can find us on, I feel like I should take a big deep breath, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Tumblr at Tomorrow Daily, and Tomorrow Daily TV over on Google+.
Killed it. You nailed them all.
Thank you.
That's pretty much everything, too.
Feel really
and you
good.
did say Snapchat.
Whew.
Still getting over that
relief.
hurdle. I don't even know how.
Yeah, we're trying to figure. Listen, we're olds. We're olds. We have canes and stuff, walkers. We don't understand.
It's not even that. It's not even that. It's just how many things did you name, and how hard is it to like wrangle down on all those?
Really hard.
So,
it's really hard.
Mostly our actions happening on Twitter.
Yeah, most Twitter. Mostly
and
Twitter.
Email, like
Twitter and email.
The email ones because they're very intimate.
Yeah, I like that.
Anyway, don't forget to check us out on YouTube. There's a whole conversation going on there in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. When you subscribe there, you subscribe to all of CNET. Sorry, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no.
Just kidding.
I know.
That Brian Tong and that Bridget Carey.
BT. Yeah, you get a bunch of that extra stuff.
I miss you guys.
It's all added value. It's added value.
Yeah, it is. But anyway, so don't forget to do that. And also, if you're listening on iTunes, or if you didn't know that we have a podcast version of this, go check it out on iTunes, and you can follow.
You can rate and review us. You can subscribe to the
subscribe.
show.
That's what it is.
And
Subscribe, and you'll get these updates as soon as they go up, and you'll get to listen, so you don't have to sit in your
And look at our dumb faces.
See
you don't
our,
have to do that.
Yeah,
you can just hear our annoying voices.
Yeah, so there you go. Anyways, check those out.
Yeah, do that. And then you can also find us on our personal Twitters. I am at Ashley Esqueda.
Yeah, and I'm at Kill Anonymous. Also, you can check out my YouTube channel because I just put up that video. You can see the full version of that video, which is youtube.com/KaleAnonymous.
Yeah, and that's
Khail. So.
For those of you.
Oh my God! I'm so sorry to Tom's family that they had to watch that.
I know, you're a jerk.
Oh my God!
So inappropriate.
I'm so sorry, Tom's.
So inappropriate. Just FYI, the video, if you're just listening to the show and we're like, why are we playing Genuine's Pony, like as a break video?
You missed
It was actually Kale doing a parody of the Magic Mike XXL trailer.
So sorry, Tom's family.
You're welcome, Internet. I thought it was really funny, and we just, Kale likes to make fun of himself, and if you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? All right, guys, that's it for Tomorrow Daily. We'll be back tomorrow with a whole new docket of weird technology for you to check out, and geek pop culture and all kinds of stuff. But until then, be good humans, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, Tom's family.